Well, the city of Toledo is nearly done today changing out old equipment for smart water meters. It's a project that started back in 2020, but there have been some bumps along the way. Lead investigator Brian Duggar is tracking a story about a family paying the price for one of those problems. Brian?
Yeah, Janice and Richard Thorpe moved to Toledo in 2020 after decades in the Cleveland area. The idea was to be closer to their daughter, and Janice told me Toledo now feels like home, but what she wasn't expecting was for that home to be causing her giant headaches and a whole lot of stress. Since he was 15 years old, Richard Thorpe's body was ravaged by the effects of juvenile rheumatoid arthritis. For 53 and a half years, his wife Janice was by his side.
So I physically cared for my husband for a long time. And I'd do it again if I could get him back.
I'm sure you miss him all.
Oh, it's terrible.
Richard's physical battle ended last January. While Janice is still grieving, she is continuing a battle that began in Richard's final months, a fight for answers and help from the city of Toledo.
And another young man came in to take a look. His crew came in. You're going to have to get a contractor to come out and tear down my wall. So then there was a gentleman who came from the city of Toledo.
The Thorpes had the misfortune of buying a house built in 1958 with a water meter stuffed inside of a small closet, nearly inaccessible, needing to be replaced as part of the city's water meter replacement program. And no one has given her an answer other than to tear down her living room wall.
That's going to cost thousands of dollars. My husband is now deceased. I don't have thousands of dollars to put in a free meter.
Free. That is how the city has advertised the program.
So no one took care of any of these problems. And then my husband got sicker, and my attention was 100% to my husband. And then all of a sudden, a month and a half or 2 months ago, I got a bill from the water department for $224 for 1 month of water, sewer, and trash pickup.
And then another for $198, bills that had averaged $64 since Janice and Richard moved into their home in 2020. A fan of true crime TV, her mind drifts to darker theories.
I'm just worrying that having these two large bills right in a row, if they're trying to strong-arm me into not paying the bill, having to shut off my water. I've never been late with the water bill. I'm not late with any of my bills.
And more than anything, she can't imagine tearing apart a home she shared with her husband. Well, that's going to make your wall look very unsightly.
Well, of course it is, not to mention the mess. You know, I keep a very nice, neat, clean house. And I can't even imagine taking it all apart.
And Janice wants answers.
I want the city to come out here and find a way to put in this meter without me having to pay thousands of dollars to get a contractor out here. I don't know who to call. I don't know what to do. I'm on a fixed income. You know, I'm able to meet my bills. But I can't afford to just go to the bank and try and take a loan for thousands of dollars.
So Janice is still waiting for a solution to her problem, but a city spokesperson says they are working on it. In fact, she says the Water Distribution Commissioner will be calling Janice soon to discuss a couple of ideas. Now, if you need our help with the problem, contact us at 11investigates@WTOL.com. Reporting in studio, this is Brian Duggar for 11 Investigates.